Hey guys, my name is Saucy. I just wanted to come on here and talk about how to become a sports reporter, specifically in boxing, and how to start your own channel. So the first thing you're going to need is equipment. So guys, this is my setup for when I do interviews. I bring one light with me, and then I just have a stand and a phone and a little Rode mic. I'm a compact team, all fits in a small little tote bag. I use a phone. Some people use actual cameras, but because I work by myself most of the time, I do like to have a phone where I can see myself. Step 2 is knowing how to properly use your equipment. I remember my first interview that I did at a fight. I did not turn my mic on. I didn't even know how to work my equipment properly at times. And so, it was very frustrating learning how to use it. I recommend, YouTube, just really making sure your equipment works before, and then also doing sound checks before you do an interview. Really quickly turn on the mic, check it, and then you can start your interview. The other thing that you really do need is you need branding. You need to create a brand for yourself. So if you are going to start your own channel, my channel is Elite Champ TV. I created my own logo. You also will need to create socials for your channel. So I started TikTok, I have Facebook. You want to create a real page. So hopefully if you get enough followers, you can get monetized, create a YouTube channel, and then start putting your work out there. And number 3, get content. So for me, I had a lot of friends in the boxing space because I was already training in the gym. I asked my friends if they would let me interview them, and that's kind of how I started. From there, I had to start applying for credentials, and I used the work that I had with my friends just as proof that I was, already in the space. And so it will take a while sometimes to get approved for credentials, especially if you are trying to get into the boxing media space. There's a lot of channels that have been around for years and years and years. So as a new channel, sometimes you do have to really prove your work, and people want to see that you are working and you are getting the content, and it's not just one interview, 2 interviews, but you are working to get it. I would recommend going into boxing gyms, going into, wherever athletes hang out, to get those interviews first before applying for fights, because that's really where you get the work. You can get videos of athletes training and things like that, and that's really what type of content I had on my channel before I started covering fights. The other thing that you do need is learning how to edit and learning how to create content that catches an audience. I had to learn how to edit, which was a huge skill, and then also use CapCut. So that's one of the programs that I do use to edit, and it's a huge help. I know that there's a new editing feature like on Instagram, which I don't really use because I'm so used to CapCut. But then being able to then put that content on a platform and then have people watch it. So the other thing that you do need for your channel is an audience. And it's really important to know who you're targeting. I think the biggest thing is, getting a following when you are new. For me, how I built my audience is I did a lot of collaborations, and if you do content that people like, they will want to collaborate with you because you're shining a light on them. Why wouldn't they? So make sure that, when you are creating this content, you talk to the athlete that you are working with and just say, hey, I would love to collaborate with you on this. This is going to be on my news channel. We're really new, but, if we can collaborate with you on this content, it would really help us to boost our presence online. And also, it helps to legitimize your brand. People start saying, oh my God, I saw your interview with so-and-so. I saw your interview with so-and-so, and they collab with you. And so they're starting to see your channel that way. Those are basically, a very quick rundown on how to get started, but hopefully this helps, and I will be making more content.